The story of alleged marriage breakup between Ooni of Ife and Olori Naomi is one of the most shocking news that hit the internet last year. And it's still generating waves on the internet. People will not stop talking about it. It is really a big blow to the palace, and some people felt that the queen insulted the throne by putting up that post on her Instagram page. But anyway, some people are pointing accusing fingers to Ooni of Ife's sisters, saying that they have a hand in frustrating the marriage allegedly. And they are also the ones that made the previous marriages to break. You can remember, Ooni of Ife has been involved with 3 marriages, and the last one was Wurola and Edo lady that eventually left the palace, and a lot of people came for her, saying all sorts of things about her. Some people also linked the cause of the breakup to Ooni of Ife's sisters. They've decided to come out to debunk the story, and they said that they do not stay in the palace with the monarch, and they do not interfere in the selection of his queens. They are not cause of any or all forms of misunderstanding or imaginary problems in the palace. Hi guys, you're watching Mchikky series. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for your support. I quite appreciate that. It's good to have you around again, and if you're new to this channel, thank you for clicking on this video. Make yourself comfortable as we get right into this video. Ooni of Ife and Olori Naomi's alleged marriage breakup has been trending for weeks now, since the month of December, and people have refused to give up on this story. Some people say that she has come back to the palace. Punch debunked it, saying that she's nowhere around the palace. And since then, some people that are not having it, instead of them to shoot the message, they're shooting the messenger. I'm not the problem. I'm not the cause of any problem. I'm giving you the gist the way I see it, the way they've been reporting it. If you don't like it, then you put the microphone and you talk about the story. Ever since this issue happened, put up that post on her Instagram, which is still there. People have not rested on the case. People have been querying what's the cause of the problem. And some people said because the sisters are living in the palace, that they're also part of the problem. But the sisters, in the statement titled Campaign of Calumny Against the Ooni of Ife, Ooni Adeyeye Enitan Ogunwusi, or Jaja 2, and the royal sisters. So they said, we refer to the campaign of defamation presently going on in many media blogs, media houses, or social media, and by hatchet jobbers against our family, targeting us, the sister of Ooni of Ife, as being the cause of any or all forms of misunderstanding or imaginary problems in the palace. These despicable humans have been circulating the fake news on various fake media outlets on matters none of them have an inkling of, but would like to speak with an unreserved authority. In his immense wisdom, Kabiyesi from inception has separated the entire family from the activities of ruling our people forthrightly without any hindrances. His selection of who should be his Olori is also done without any form of hegemony or disturbance from any of us or the family. We support our Oloris and have kept away from any of the matters concerning the private life of revered king and father Ooni Adeyeye Enitan Ogunwusi or Jaja 2. We have continually been inundated on social media, fake and real, of our supposed intrusion into Kabiyesi's private life. Some of the fake information has continually claimed that we, the royal sisters, Yeye 1, Yeye 2, Yeye 3, Yeye 4, live in the palace and usurp all manners of communication and the information concerning the daily activities of the palace. This is totally untrue, damning and slanderous. Since the Ooni of Ife ascended the throne of her forefathers, none of us, the sisters, has ever lived in the palace. None of us have ever been overtly or covertly been involved in any of day-to-day activities of the palace. We do not make any decisions whatsoever and only visit the palace when there are special events that our family are required to be involved according to the tradition. We all live in Lagos in our different homes with our different families and are extremely busy with our businesses. We have never stopped praying for the success of our revered king, peace in Yoruba land, and prosperity to all our people. And they went on to say that legal actions will be taken against media outlets that publish unsavory and unverified claims about them. So this is really coming from Ooni's sisters. But the thing is that even if relations are not staying in the palace, anybody can still disrupt the relationship or disrupt the marriage. So living in the palace does not translate to causing problem, except one indulges in that. However, when people are living together, there is bound to be problem. And to think that Olori Naomi has her 6 siblings and her mom all in the palace also makes the situation very dicey. And not living in the palace does not translate to causing problem. If you're not living in the palace, you can as well call through phone, or you might keep your problem where you visit the palace, then you make the problem. So saying that you don't live in the palace, to me, it doesn't amount to anything. This is not the first time this story is coming up. It's not the first time this report is coming up. In 2017, when Wurala left, there was this report that said that they meddled in their relationship and they don't like her as a person. They were not friendly to her simply because she's Edo, she's not Yoruba. And again, the king was not always there. He was occupied with his royal duties and stuff like that. So she wouldn't see anybody to talk to or anybody to speak to. And the sisters were also advising their brother to get another wife. Allegedly, that was what the report said. As sisters, there's possibility that they will also influence their brother's decision. Based on African family dynamics, where the in-laws can interfere in somebody's marriages, even the siblings, then I wasn't surprised when people came up with such conclusion, but I was a bit taken aback when they started complaining about her tribe, that she's Edo, she's not Yoruba, and all those allegations that they came up with. And it was the talk of the time. Everybody was talking about that. So if people are not doing anything, I think you change your ways. People cannot be calling you for nothing. I've listened to so many people talk about this alleged marriage breakup of Ooni of Ife and Olori Naomi. They are the common denominators. Their names keep popping. They keep mentioning their names. They are on the lips of almost everybody that's reporting this news. I guess they should find a way to put things right. So you don't need to live with somebody to paint the person black before the whole family. You can do that by phone. And there's another story that said that the three sisters of the esteemed monarch live in his mansion at the Victoria Garden City, Lagos, including the husband of Princess Folashade Fadairo, who is a manager in one of Ooni's hospitality business, an American returnee who has a wife and kids in the United States. According to the story, he was once married to a society big lady before dumping her and settling for Folashade. Whenever they are in Ile-Ife, they all live in the palace, which means they live in Lagos, but they still come to palace from time to time. The second one, who is Adebimpe Ogunwosi Daodu, her marriage to Daodu crashed irretrievably, but her ex-husband remains a personal aide of the king, and they all live in the palace at Ile-Ife. Daodu and Adebimpe relocated from Winnipeg in Canada when Oba Ogunwosi was installed as king. Interesting. Everybody is tied around the king. That's very interesting to know. And the last one, Princess Adeshola broke up with her pastor husband, was once married to a pastor, had a child, but got divorced. For publishable reasons, it's no longer a marriage, which means everything will tie back to the king. Okay. So let me know what you guys think, because there are different versions of the story. They are giving a statement. They're not in any way tied to the palace. They don't influence what is happening. But there's another report saying that that's still part of what is happening in the palace. In as much as they don't live there, but they still visit. They still have one or two things to do there. And the king is still their brother. So they can influence certain things if they want to. So let me know what you guys think. I'm going to sign off here. Stay healthy and safe. Remember to share this video with family and friends if you love it. And subscribe to the channel if you've not done already. And I'm going to catch you guys in my next video. Bye and remain blessed.